Take a look at this. Video captured by a security camera in Bowling Green shows bricks crashing to the ground from the side of a downtown building. More on this ahead.
And a new no-contact market on campus is creating lots of buzz. Why this kind of shopping experience appeals to younger generations ahead.
And try to calm down. A class coming to campus this summer will be beyond your wildest dreams.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
Hey everybody, welcome into BG Weekly on BG24. I'm Claire Mitchell.
And I'm Blake Pierce. We start off with the brick facade collapsing into a Bowling Green City parking lot. That facade falling off a Greenbrier apartment building into Bowling Green City Lot 2 and damaging 2 cars. This happened just after 11 o'clock Wednesday morning on Prospect Street, right off Wooster Street. BG firefighters and the Wood County building inspector were also on scene. Officials had to call Columbia Gas to turn off a gas line. You can also see an air conditioning unit at the apartment was crushed. No injuries were reported and the lot remains closed at this time. And a BGSU aviation student and their instructor are safe after making an emergency landing at the Wood County Airport last night. A spokesperson for BGSU says the student and their instructor were on a training flight when they got a notification from their landing gear system. Per safety regulations, emergency services were called while they made the emergency landing. The incident is still being investigated.
And one person is dead and at least 30 others are injured after officials say shots rang out during the Super Bowl 58 victory parade in Kansas City. City officials estimate there were around 1 million people in attendance for the celebration. The Kansas City fire chief says multiple children are among the victims here. Kansas City, Missouri Police Chief Stacy Graves says there were over 800 officers from multiple agencies at the parade. Graves says 3 people, 2 of whom are juveniles, are being detained but have not been charged. Officials say 1 gun was recovered from the scene.
I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment.
And the Kansas City Chiefs releasing a statement saying all of the team's players, coaches, staff, and families were safe and accounted for. The mayor saying in a press conference this morning that there will be parades in Kansas City going forward and that they do recognize public safety challenges of hosting them.
And President Biden will be visiting East Palestine tomorrow to mark the 1-year anniversary of the Norfolk Southern train derailment. During the visit, Biden will explain how his administration has worked with state and local leaders to hold Norfolk Southern accountable and support their community moving forward. 38 train cars jumped the tracks last February, 11 of those carrying hazardous materials that caught fire. Cleanup activities have continued into this year.
BGSU officials say in the spirit of supporting their incoming Falcons, they're giving potential students more time to fill out their financial student aid, or FAFSA. That new deadline is Friday, March 15th. Right now, there's actually a federal delay in universities receiving that completed FAFSA data. BGSU says this is why the deadline has been pushed back. The Office of Student Financial Aid and Scholarships is holding in-person and virtual sessions if you're still struggling to submit that application.
And Monday, several parking lots across campus will be closed off for the BGSU President's Day open house. The massive recruiting event welcomes potential students and their families to see what BGSU has to offer. Lots 13, 20, and 24 and Lot 18 near the field house will be the main place for guests to park. Lot 7 near the Student Union will also be closed for the event.
Well, they're a spirit group unique to campus, and while you see a wild costume or maybe hear that high-pitched voice, members say it holds such a deeper meaning. I met up with 2 BGSU seniors and members of Sick Sick to learn more about who's behind the mask. Sick Sick dancing in front of a packed crowd in the Slater Family Ice Arena, the quintessential BGSU experience. But underneath those costumes are real people, current students, and you're about to meet 2 of them.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
And we were just unmasked as the newest members of Sick Sick. So I was Flash the Sloth. My biggest thing, I wanted something that would make people smile. I really wanted something that would not make kids cry.
I chose The Mandalorian. Honestly, I just really liked the show.
Gabe Wagner and Emma Horner, both BGSU students, joined the group as sophomores.
6'6" always been kind of weird, and I've noticed it from my freshman year. And I really wanted a unique way to get involved with the community.
The more I understood what they were and what they did on campus, I was like, okay, this could be really, really neat outlet for me to give back.
And they've had to keep their involvement a secret until last weekend, February 10th.
Masking is the first time that everyone is really seeing your actual face. And it's oh my gosh, all these people at this hockey game are staring at me right now, and it's overwhelming. We were founded October 5th, 1946, so we're the longest active student group on campus. Tons of rich tradition.
And now, Emma and Gabe sit in Proud Chapel, a building named after 6'6" founder, reflecting on their journey, knowing they are a part of BGSU's history.
My heart just swells thinking that I did something for that. Every single interaction that I have had, I hope that it means as much to them as it does to us, because we really take those home. I'm getting emotional.
And in the name of school spirit, this weekend is about the birds. Freddie and Frida will be revealed at 6 p.m. after that basketball game in the Stroh Center on Saturday.
And weather anchor Aaron May standing by with the forecast. Aaron, you've been monitoring a low pressure system moving through today. Should we care about this? And what's in store for this week ahead?
Yeah, we're being visited definitely by a massive low pressure system today. We had some nicer conditions earlier in the week. It was actually quite pleasant. I got to spend quite a bit of time, but today it's not really been much of the same. We are currently under a wind advisory that's been extended through 7 p.m. tonight. You can expect some pretty high winds. There might be a power outage or two in the area. I checked about 5 minutes ago. No power outages in Will County as of right now, but we could have winds up and near 50 miles per hour. The rest of the day, you might see a couple more scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. We did have our first precipitation of the month earlier today, over halfway through, so drought is becoming a bit of a concern. We are a little bit on the warmer than average side though, but be prepared for those 25 to 30 mile per hour winds with wind gusts up near 50. Now, as we move into tomorrow, I do want to mention that there is a small chance of seeing a couple flurries or two tomorrow, as we will be seeing Alberta Clipper move through the area, but that is going to be more of a Dayton issue. As we look ahead into the rest of our week, we are going to be seeing a lot more of a roller coaster moving through the area. We do see highs in the upper 20s make a return for the weekend, but the good news is we do see the sun make a return and even highs back into the mid 50s. So we're going to have a little bit of winter for a little bit longer moving in, but the good news is we're going to be seeing a lot more warm weather by the end of next week. So make sure you're prepared for it back in the studio.
Thanks, Aaron. Also happening this weekend, it's the monthly BG Flea Market at the Wood County Fairgrounds. Vendors will be in the Junior Fair and Championship buildings on Saturday from 9 to 4 p.m. and then again on Sunday from 9 to 3 p.m. Some items for sale include jewelry, games, and gourmet coffee. Parking and admission for the event is free, and breakfast and lunch will be served on site.
A taste of Italian history in Lucas County. That's what visitors are getting at the Toledo Museum of Art. BG24 reporter Sierra Geronimo drove up to that museum to see it for herself and joins us live in studio with those details. Sierra.
Thanks, Claire. This exhibit opened up back in January. I was at the museum this past Wednesday afternoon and saw over a dozen people checking out the rare pieces. The Toledo Museum of Art is excited to feature a new and rare collection of paintings from Italian artist Caravaggio in their latest exhibition.
Our mission here at the Art Museum is to integrate art into folks' lives, into people's lives, right? And this is just a really special opportunity to bring some very, very influential and unique art to our community.
The paintings featured at the museum are a rare sight to see, considering the multiple Caravaggio pieces that are available for public viewing.
The exhibit features 4 of Caravaggio's masterpieces. And what's so important about this exhibit is it is the first time in more than 10 years that 4 Caravaggio paintings have been brought together here in the United States.
Caravaggio's paintings have impacted many artists throughout time, including some of the featured paintings in the exhibition that were both inspired and influenced by Caravaggio's artistic style and themes.
The one thing that's really powerful about Caravaggio's art is the topics he discusses are still popular and common today. So, you think about this artist that painted hundreds of years ago, and the material and the content he talks about is still relevant in our current day. So I think that's a really interesting lesson to kind of make those connections that the past is kind of still affecting us in the same way now that it did a million years ago.
This is the first time his work has been seen in Lucas County since 1951. From now until April 14th, visitors have the opportunity to experience this rare exhibition. Reporting for BG24, I'm Sierra Geronimo.
Sierra, thank you. All right, get excited, people. Summer course registration is now open, and long story short, you Swifties, you're in luck. A new 6-week online course is coming to BGSU that focuses on, yes, you guessed it, the pop star Taylor Swift and fandom. ACS 3000, taught by Katie Klein, is under the College of Arts and Sciences. Details of the course are still being finalized at this time, but it is set to start on May 13th.
How exciting, something new on campus. Stores have a whole new look. The Amazon Just Walk Out Market has been open for 1 month. Reporter Faith Sahowski is live in studio to give us more information on the feedback the university has received. Faith?
Thanks, Blake. That's right. The new market on campus means there's no wait and no hassle for shoppers. I spoke to university officials to hear why this convenience matters to students.
Scan, grab, and go. That's all BGSU students have to do when shopping at the new Amazon Just Walk Out Market. The new technology allows students to scan their phones at the entrance, grab their items, and walk out without ever stopping at the register. Students can use their meal plan or a credit or debit card to purchase snacks, drinks, and even toiletries at any hour of the day. John Zachridge, the director of marketing for BGSU Dining, says they are working out minor issues after a month of being open.
Besides that, we've heard really positive things. No major shenanigans, no major issues, so that's what we're shooting for.
Zachridge says students like the convenience of no line and no hassle. Hunter Baker, a sophomore film production major, is one of those students.
It's nice having it right next to the residence hall. It's also nice you can just leave your AirPods on, listen to music, don't have to interact as much.
Zachridge says they've seen about 40 to 50 students visiting the market between midnight to 5 a.m., Baker included.
I came at 3 a.m. once, 2 weeks ago.
And this convenience is what Dr. Dwayne Gremler says is important to younger generations. Dr. Gremler, a marketing professor at BGSU, says what is important to customers is dependent on age.
The younger generation who is growing up with a mobile phone would be driven by convenience and what's easy, and doesn't really care about necessarily interacting with a particular employee or any employee. Part of what the value proposition is for the older generation is having an interaction, even if it's not with anybody that you know.
Zachridge says there's a possibility for more Amazon markets in the future.
Maybe. It's not off the table. We're going to see how this thing does, but for now, this will be the main one.
The Just Walk Out Market is located right next to the Carillon Dining Hall and is open 24 hours, Sunday through Thursday. Reporting in studio for BG24, I'm Faith Sahowski.
Faith, awesome. Thank you. Well, coming up next, 2 BGSU women's basketball players put their relationships to the test.
That's right, a take on a classic game show that you don't want to miss.
Plus, we'll also take a look on how a freshman is having to step up for the BGSU women's basketball team.
BG24 Sports is brought to you by Falcon Media Sports Network. Hello everyone, I'm Lucas Kleinmar. Knowing who you love and want to spend the rest of your life with is exciting, but do people always remember everything about their future spouse? Our own Steve Iwanek made sure to find the answer to that question with a couple of players on the women's basketball team, along with their fiancés, with the Falcon Flame game.
Let's start off with our first question. As I mentioned, the ladies are going to know the answer. The gentlemen are going to have to guess the answer to this question. So our very first question. Gentlemen, what is your partner's least favorite food? Take a little time, write down the answer. What is your partner's least favorite food? No cheating also. Don't be peeking on any boards. Not saying you would. I would say that is a food. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's a food. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it could be general or it could be very specific. But if you just get it relatively close, we're not counting spelling or anything. But if you get it close, let me know when you guys are ready. You guys good?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start with Amy first. Amy, what is your least favorite food?
Seafood.
Seafood. Oh, that's a hot take potential. What is do you have a particular kind of seafood that you
I
least
don't know.
favorite?
I just don't really like seafood in general. Like, I don't know, shrimp, definitely not. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not my thing.
Well, Kyle, we got to see if you got seafood correct. What is your answer?
Seafood.
Seafood. We have a point on the board. Team Velasco gets a point. So now we move over to Team Hill. And Olivia, what is your least favorite food?
I put ketchup.
Ketchup. See, now are we talking on everything or just particular foods?
Just ketchup in general is just
So you're a mustard gal?
No condiments.
No condiments at all?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Except for Chick-fil-A sauce. It's good.
Who doesn't like Chick-fil-A sauce? Okay. So did you get ketchup correct, Matt? Let's see.
I did get ketchup correct.
Right. Both teams on the board first. Barn burner immediately.
You can watch Velasco and Hill answer all the questions by visiting our website, www.bgfalconmedia.com. Now, speaking of answering questions, a big one lingering over the women's team right now is their depth as the regular season winds down. The Falcons are down to only 8 healthy players heading into Saturday's rivalry game against the Toledo Rockets. This has led to head coach Fred Shamil asking a lot of his freshman guard, Paige Kohler. Kohler this season is averaging 10.8 points a game and nearly 33 minutes of play per game. The pressure for Kohler to perform well each night out is something that Shamil did not plan on asking for this season.
Really unfair of our team to hold her to a higher standard than a usual freshman should be. I told her in the huddle, I was like, you've logged enough minutes. You're no longer a freshman. You're playing seasoned minutes. You've got to act like it.
Tip-off at the Stroh Center on Saturday is set for 6 p.m. In other news, BGSU Athletics is hosting the Falcon Fanatics Olympics tonight at the Perry Fieldhouse. Teams of 4 to 6 students will compete in 7 different Olympic events, including an all-team dodgeball tournament. Each team will also have a student athlete as their coach. There will be prizes for first, second, and third place teams. The Olympics are a part of Spirit Week that leads up to the reveal of this year's Freddie and Frida. Events tonight kick off at 7 o'clock. And finally, BGSU's athletic director Derek Vandermeer is stepping off campus and hosting a happy hour in downtown BG this Friday. Falcon faithfuls can stop by Juniper Brewing Company on Main Street from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And coming up after the break, we introduce you to our new segment, Community Corner. Students are braving the shave and raising money for childhood cancer research.
I'm Megan Stibley and welcome to Community Corner. BGSU will be hosting the St. Baldrick Shave-a-thon this upcoming Sunday, February 18th. St. Baldrick's Foundation is a volunteer and donor-run charity committed to raising money for childhood cancer research. Over the past 12 years, BGSU has been able to raise over $270,000, shave over 1,000 heads, and cut 492 ponytails. Brenna Walker is a sophomore here at BGSU who has spent the past year planning this event. She's been fundraising for the event and will be shaving her head on Sunday. Thank you so much, Brenna, for joining us.
Yeah, of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So what's like the backstory behind being involved with St. Baldrick's Foundation and the event this weekend?
So I'm a part of an organization on campus called the National Residence Hall Honorary, or NRHH. It's a service and philanthropy based organization, and the main service foundation we work with is St. Baldrick. So throughout the whole academic year, we plan multiple events, like we did a 5K and we did a dodgeball tournament. So this is our big spring semester event that we do. It's just, we do it through NRHH and everything, and we work with the organization a ton, so.
That's awesome. So why did you decide to shave your head this weekend?
So a lot of people who either have cancer or going through cancer treatments don't have the option whether or not to shave their heads, and so I'm doing it kind of in solidarity with the people who don't get an option. And while shaving my head is nothing compared to what they have to go through or anything, I hope it provides them at least a little bit of hope and everything, that people are thinking of them and all that. And I was talking to my sister and we were kind of joking about the event and everything, and she was like, oh, if you shave your head, I'll shave my head. So I was like, okay, let's shave our heads together. So yeah, we're gonna both shave our heads.
That's amazing. Sisters always make everything better together. For real. So what are you most looking forward to this weekend?
I'm most looking forward to just seeing the whole event come together and all that, because we've been working on it for a year. So it's always great to see everyone's hard work pay off in the organization, and also just seeing everyone from the BGSU community and all that kind of stuff, so seeing them all come together for a common cause, and it's such a good cause and everything too. So just seeing everyone in high spirits and everything, just having fun, learning about St. Baldrick's and everything, it will just be a lot of fun. So
yeah. So what do you hope people take away from this event?
I hope people take away that they can do anything if they really put their minds to it. We're a pretty small organization here on campus, so and we've raised almost $3,000 just this year alone for the foundation. So I feel like if people put their mind to something, if they're really passionate about it, you can work with it and make it happen and all that. And I hope just people take it an overarching sense of hope and happiness, that people are still fighting for them and thinking about them and trying their best to still do something out there. So
that's awesome. So if people want to get involved with this event, what's still open for them to do?
Well, there's no volunteer opportunities or anything left open, but if they want, they can just show up to the event. Showing up still raises awareness, and it still has a bunch of stuff that they can do there. There's raffles where people can buy tickets, and that money goes directly to the foundation, or there's just games, there's cards, and those cards go to the kids who are directly affected in the hospitals. And there's just going to be a bunch of fun stuff there. And then if they don't have the time or anything on Sunday to stop by, they can still just donate through our page, because our fundraising goes beyond just this event. We continue doing it throughout the whole semester. So yeah, they can always just go to the BGSU page and donate.
That's awesome. Sounds so much fun. Thank you so much for coming here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. The St. Baldrick Shave-a-thon will be happening in the Bowen Thompson Student Union this Sunday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. If you're interested in going to this event or making a donation, you can go to stbaldricks.org and search BGSU for more details. Thank you so much for joining us this week on Community Corner. Tune in after the break for what to do with your leftover Valentine's candy.
Valentine's Day has officially come and gone.
It has, but what are you going to do with all that leftover Valentine's Day candy, huh? The National Confectioners Association says 92% of Americans will purchase candy for Valentine's Day. That includes 50 million pounds of chocolate. But what can you do with all those sweets before they go bad? Well, one viral trend says a candy salad. It's as simple as it sounds. Take your assortment of candy, put it in a bowl, mix it together, and voila. You have a combination of your favorite sweets in one bite. Truly a dentist's worst nightmare. I love it.
Yeah, how cool.
What would you put in it? What's your combination?
Definitely got to get some sour candy in there.
Okay.
And then for sure, like some Hershey's chocolate.
So you would mix the chewy, the fruity almost,
Oh, yeah.
with the chocolate.
Yeah, but best of both worlds.
Okay, like you're salty and sweet like
Yeah.
chip and everything. The thing is the stuff that's left over is the bad candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, well, we're done talking about candy. Thanks for watching BG24. Follow us now for the latest news on social media at BG24 or online at bgfalconmedia.com.
We'll be back next week with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. See you next week.